with a major Australian media company. Treasurer Josh FRYDENBERG joins us now from Canberra. Treasurer, thanks for joining us. What did you have
Good morning, Kochie.
What did you have to give up to get Facebook's agreement?
Well, we had pretty complex and difficult negotiations, and they went for some time, but they were also constructive, and in the end we agreed to make some clarifications and amendments to the code, including introducing a period of up to 2 months for mediation before a matter would proceed to arbitration. I also agreed that before I would designate a digital platform as being under the code, that I would give a 1 month notice period, as well as a few other clarifications. But the key features of the code, namely that it's mandatory, that it's based on a two-way value exchange, and that it has a final offer arbitration mechanism, have remained in place. And Australia very much has led the world here, Kochie, in seeing public interest journalism protected and seeing the digital giants pay media businesses for generating original content.
Okay, Treasurer, you spoke to Mark Zuckerberg multiple times over the last few days. I read in the paper 6 times. Is that true? 6 times. And how was he? How responsive was he? And how worried was he by what was the reaction that Facebook was getting in Australia?
Well, Sam, you know, I spoke to him 6 times over the last 2 days alone, and many more times in the lead-up. Look, I think they certainly saw the strong reaction and the outrage here in Australia after they pretty much blacked out Australian news media from their platform. I made it very clear to Mark that the actions of Facebook were not only disappointing to the government, but the way it was done was disappointing as well, because we weren't given any advance notice. That being said, he, no doubt like Google as well, are very much focused on their global business, not just what occurs here in Australia. And this is really innovative law. It's a significant microeconomic reform. It's been based on work by the ACCC over a number of years. And so they were very conscious of ensuring that the code is workable. And that's what I sought to do as well. But, you know, I think we've got an outcome now which will see commercial deals be put in place. And as Kochie just said, 7 West Media were first out of the blocks, and that's very pleasing.
Yep. All right, while we've got you, you're going to increase Jobseeker by $50 a fortnight, while the new figures this morning have revealed over 500,000 more Australians came off wage subsidies in January than December. Good news there. Is it enough, Jobseeker now? Chris Richardson from Deloitte Access Economics saying we pay the lowest unemployment rate in the world.
Well, a couple of things there. Firstly, it's never been seen as a replacement wage. It's always been part of a safety net. And this $50 a fortnight increase is the single biggest increase to the base payment since 1986. And it will see now the Jobseeker payment around 41% of the minimum wage. The vast majority of people who are on Jobseeker are also receiving other supplementary payments. But our focus is to move people off the Jobseeker payment, Kochie, and into work. And that's why we've put in an enormous amount of economic support to the economy. And as you say, in the numbers that I'll be releasing today from the Tax Office and Treasury Analysis, has indicated that around 600,000 fewer Australians are on JobKeeper in the month of January compared to the December quarter. That means around 2.7 million Australians have effectively graduated off JobKeeper. That's another positive sign that the economic recovery is underway and that our labour market has been enormously resilient in the face of this huge economic shock.
Okay, that is good news. Treasurer, we know you have to go, but just super quick, Craig Kelly quit the coalition. How difficult could this make life for the Morrison government?
Well, Craig has made it very clear that he's going to continue to support the Morrison government on both confidence and supply. And look, I wouldn't hide my disappointment in what Craig did yesterday. That being said, we'll continue to work with him and we'll do so very productively and constructively. But at the same time, our focus is on helping Australia recover from this biggest economic shock since the Great Depression, the first pandemic in a century. And on both the health front and the economic front, Sam, Australia is better placed than nearly any other country in the world. So the job is not done. There's still a lot of work to do. We're going to get on with it.
Okay. All right, Treasurer, thanks for your time.
Good to be with you, Koch, Sam.
Okay, now.